Welcome back, and part 3 of our conversation with Cyril Ramaphosa continues here on eNCA. Mr. Ramaphosa, some concern over conflict and your extensive business interests. I presume you've started examining this. What's the strategy?
Well, in consultation with the national officials, I've started a process of reviewing my business interests, my positions, my responsibilities and obligations in business. And remember, I said that I was minding my own business, so this has come as a complete surprise, and it has to lead to lots of changes. So we're in the process of examining that. There are lots of consultations that I need to have in relation to my own company, Shanduka, and the various other companies that I interact with and I interface with. So that process will carry on, and there will be a statement that I'll issue in time.
COSATU has called on you to declare all interests and put them into an inactive trust.
That's one of the options, declare, and I have no difficulty in declaring my interests. And it's one option to put some things in a trust, and there are various other options that I'll be considering. So they did not even need to make a call. I am the type of person who instinctively knows that I should never be in any area of activity where I will have a conflict of interest.
At what point do you see yourself sitting in government?
Anybody who sits in government is invited by the president.
I'm sure you've had that conversation with him.
I have not had that conversation with the president. The conversation I've had with him is that I am going to work in the ANC as deputy president. There's lots of work that needs to be done. For starters, I will need to go through the country, help our provincial leaders communicate the decisions of the national conference, and it's something that I'm looking forward to interact with our branches, to interact with our regions throughout the country. So my hands are going to be full of that, working together with the Secretary General and the Deputy Secretary General.
Would it be sometime next year?
That's what I'm going to be doing right through. And things like going...
What I'm asking is, would it be sometime next year that you take your seat around the big table?
No. I don't even begin to think about that. I don't even think that it's something that one looks forward to. I'm looking forward to working in the ANC.
But this whole notion of you being the de facto prime minister and all of that, is everyone just being too premature?
I think people are being too premature. That is something that only happens once the president has decided, and he is the only person who really invites anyone to go into government. And for now, I'm deputy president of the ANC.
Would it not appease all constituencies if you got into government sooner rather than later, given that we've been given a very clear indication about what the incumbent is going to do?
We've got the Republic's deputy president in Kgalema Motlanthe. His job is to be deputy president of the Republic, and he must continue with that until the term of the current government comes to an end.
Do you believe he will serve out his full term?
Well, that's what the president wishes, and I think that's what will happen. So I'm happily going to be serving in the ANC, helping to build the party and working with many others.
Cyril Ramaphosa, tell us about your personal relationship with Jacob Zuma. We don't know that. Do you get on? Do you talk a lot? In the run-up to this Mangaung election, how often were you on the phone to each other?
Well, we didn't talk much running up to Mangaung, but we get on. President Zuma and I have worked together in the past. In 1991, we were both elected to President Nelson Mandela's National Executive Committee. He worked as my Deputy Secretary General, and we had a fantastic time working together, and we also worked very closely together in the negotiations of the interim constitution and later the final constitution. It is a long time ago, and we've continued working together when he has been president. In my work in various committees, I've had to consult with him on a regular basis. And he's only been a phone call away.
Can you reflect, Mr. Ramaphosa, on former President Nelson Mandela and perhaps what he would have made, one, of the outcome of Mangaung and your ascendancy?
He would have been happy that I've now come into a position such as this.
You were his anointed choice.
I don't know about that. All I know is that I truly enjoyed working with him. He is a person that I learned a lot from. It was like sitting at the feet of a very wise man and just learning on an ongoing basis. Much of what I know in politics, I learned from Nelson Mandela, and I'm forever grateful for the lessons that he imparted onto me. But the biggest lesson really is tolerance. Tolerating everyone and being able, secondly, to work with people. And thirdly, being willing to listen to different views from different people, and being able to put all that into consensus conclusions. That is one thing that I learned from Nelson Mandela.
Do you believe he would be disappointed with aspects of the ANC right now?
No, I think, the one thing that he kept on saying is that one thing that he never wants taken away from him is his membership of the ANC. So he would have seen the ANC evolving, growing, getting certain things right and getting certain things wrong, as it happens with all other organizations. And he would have been very pleased with the outcome of this conference, to see that the ideals that he grew up with, the ideals that he held on to, are ideals that are being set out as beacons that we need to follow to guide us as we make the ANC a much more effective organization.
I think we got a fairly good indication Thursday night of Madiba's current medical status. What are you hearing?
I'm hearing exactly what President Zuma reported, that he's responding well to treatment, and his operation went well, and I think he's on the mend. And all of us obviously wish him the very best. It is often very difficult, when I'm told, when you're 94, to recover very quickly and easily. And I'm pleased when I hear that he's getting better, and things are looking really much, much, much more better for him.
What are you doing for Christmas?
Oh, I'm going away with my family. We're going to be relaxing, and for me it will be a very good time to spend with my wife and children.
And the hard work starts when?
The hard work starts on the 7th of January, when we prepare for January 8th, the formation of the ANC 101 years ago, when we prepare the statement that the President has to issue. So that's when the hard work starts.
Cyril Ramaphosa, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.